All right, I'm Nick. I'm going to take a few minutes today. I plan to talk about the Bodyguard 2.0 more than anything because I think it's the best gun that came out of the new releases from Smith Wesson, and I'm willing to stand by that statement. Now, we have a bunch of guns to compare here, and we'll come back to the 2.0. They released, we'll say, 4 different versions. They've released the Shield Plus Carry Comp, the Bodyguard 2.0, and then they released the M&P 2.0 Carry Comp in a metal frame and a polymer frame. Now, I think I've actually become a bit of a Smith & Wesson fanboy over the years, not on purpose by any means. I just own a bunch of them, and I look at them as being very practical. Now, some of these, the new releases, I don't look at being all that practical. Here we have the Shield Plus. This is a 3.1-inch version. This is my typical EDC. If I'm wearing pants or cargo shorts or anything with a belt, I can carry this 10, 13, 15, and so on. It points well, it shoots well. In a defensive situation, I'm very comfortable with this pistol. Now, to upgrade to this, I think the only real benefit to this pistol compared to that pistol is that front green sight for nighttime things. Now, in a defensive situation, I'm a firm believer that you're going to point and shoot, not aim. You're just going to point, and as far as a man-sized silhouette at 5, 6, 7 yards, you should have no problem pointing your finger at it and pulling the trigger without any kind of issue. So I look at these serrations in that comp as things that are marketing. 2024 is obviously the era of comped guns, and I see that comp and all of these extra slide serrations as a marketing tool. These porting in the front, you could say that is going to loosen or lighten the slide, and that's true. But it's just not needed. It's something else to get stuck in there, caught in there. It's just not needed in my opinion, and although cool and good looking to some, I don't think it's a giant functional advantage over something that you probably already have at your house, like the 3.1 or the 4-inch versions. They have a ported one. They have all kinds of versions already. I don't think that's a significant improvement. That's just an opinion though, okay? Now let's come over to the metal frame. Same story. Same story. They made it look cooler in the eyes of a lot of people. They put the comp. They lightened the slide with all these cuts, and that's cool, I guess. But that's not a reason to go out and buy this. Now, I have shot all of these guns a ton. There's a ton of rounds through all of these guns. I shot I shot the Shield Plus again yesterday. I shot these 2 yesterday. I shoot a lot. Obviously, it doesn't all make it on video, or this is all I would do all day. But I don't think that this has any major advantage over this. You could say that it is incrementally a tad bit lighter or a tad bit flatter when you shoot it, and that's cool. But these serrations, man, they're for looks. These are just as functional. These are actually kind of rough, and I could definitely see if your hands are wet, it would cut you. And you can say, oh, you don't have tough hands. I work on my hands all day, every day, okay? It looks cool, but as from a functional standpoint, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I am not a big fan of having access to the barrel in all of these places on a gun that you may be using for a duty situation. That doesn't make sense to me. Once again, just my opinion. Now, we come over to the Bodyguard. With 12 rounds in this thing, it weighs 15.8 ounces. That is with the holster? Maybe it was 17.1 ounces with the holster. Now I can't remember, so I'll double check and I'll put a little thing right here that has the weight with the holster and 12 rounds. It is awesome. It conceals well. This holster was sent to us by Foundry Holsters. This little thing is sweet. I like that Cordura wrap. Thomas is a veteran. He makes all of them himself. I like veteran-owned small businesses, so that's awesome, and I like telling you guys about it. It can go anywhere you want to put it. These are just some athletic shorts from Dick's Sporting Goods. It's gone. I could carry it all day. I actually shot a water moccasin with it this morning on my daily trip around the property looking for water moccasins. Easy to conceal, easy to grab, easy to present, easy to shoot. That first target is 7 yards away. That second one's probably 10 to 11, okay? You can't see it over there. It shoots well, it points well, and I've grown to be a huge fan of it. Out of all the guns that they released, this is the gun that I think was the best one they released, and it's actually the gun that I thought that I would like the least. So it's insane, but it works well. We're out. Nice shot. It works well. It shoots well. The only issues we had out of the box were simply magazine-related issues. Those are gone away. We knew they would. We knew it would break in. I did make a little tool that I could shove down there to loosen up quite a bit more. We shot 4 different types of defensive ammo through it, which was Hornady Critical Defense, Winchester Silvertip, Barnes something or other, I can't remember, and the Remington HTP, and they all did well except for the Remington, and all those videos are in this playlist, okay? So I'm a big fan of this pistol. I have a good buddy who actually just went and bought one this morning because he put it in his hand. He's like, wow, that's probably the best feeling .380 I've ever touched, and I feel the same way. You could go fast, it's reliable, it's ran Fiocchi, all those different ammos that we've done with 0 issues outside of the first 2 magazines. I'm a huge fan. Some people will say .380 is not a quality defensive round. I just can't get behind that, mainly because I don't want to be shot by anything, whether it's a .22 or not. But you could carry this little holster appendix. You could carry it on your hip, anywhere really in the waistband. It completely disappears. Like I said before, these are just athletic shorts, and I'm on a hill, so I'm disappearing here. But big fan, lightweight, easy to conceal, gas station. What about those evenings when you're wearing sweatpants and sitting around the house? I don't live in a bad area, so hopefully that's not a thing, but it's still nice to have in case you need it. You can't go to the door in a pair of sweatpants with a Glock 19 on your hip. It's just not going to hold your sweatpants up. This doesn't work, right? So this is nice. That's why I like it. Huge fan. I just want to talk about it a bit more. But that's it. We're rambling. This thing is sweet. If you haven't checked one out yet, Bodyguard 2.0. Get you a quality holster for it, and you'll go to town. You'll like it. You'll be happy, all right? So I'm going to go shoot some more. I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble. If you got any questions, let me know.